Hello guys, what's up? This is Mortaza. Welcome back to A Coder's Journey, another episode of in my Clean Code in C# series. I hope you have already watched the previous videos and you are enjoying watching these videos. If that's the case, first off, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And in the last video, we talked about a very important principle. If you recall, we talked about the principle of similarity and also the principle of proximity. In this video, I'm going to talk about yet another principle, which is called the principle of uniform connectedness. And simply put, this principle states that code elements that are somehow grouped, with one another, somehow placed in the same group, make it easier for us to understand, and also it helps the readability of the code. This is exactly what happens with, for example, curly braces in C#. So with the use of these curly braces, we are kind of grouping the different lines of code which are related to one another. So even though all of these, for example, both of these are return statements, they are similar to one another, right? But we are grouping them with curly braces. For example, we are making a group here and making a group here in order to show that this group is, different from this one. There are many other techniques in, for example, C# that you can use in order to group things together. But one of my favorites, which sometimes I think some programmers take to extremes, is using regions. I think you are you already know about how to use regions. For example, suppose here these two, this field and this method, are related to one another. So I'm going to put them in a region. I'm going to write region, right? And then I'm going to say, for example, set printing option, right? And then I'm going to close this region here, right? End region. And then I can, for example, collapse this. I can expand this. I have talked about this feature also in one of my other videos in that, playlist I told you about in the last video. The playlist at the moment, maybe I will change the name in the future, but at the moment it is called Single Video Tutorials. And there is a video in that tutorial. I really recommend you guys to go and watch it. It is about the different, features of Visual Studio, which helps us to write better code. And one of the features I have talked about is, this feature of grouping the different lines of code in different regions. And then, as I told you, you can collapse them, you can expand them, and it kind of helps you to group the different lines of code which are related to one another. But I just want to warn you here that if you overuse these regions, they will probably become a kind of a code smell, and they will add noise to your code. Use them as, for example, comments. Use them judiciously. Use them when you think that they really add some value. So don't overuse them. I sometimes take advantage of them because I think they're really helpful to group my different lines of code. Here, for example, I can I can also go on and select these lines of code. I can right click here, right, and I can say outlining, and I can say snippet. I think, yes, surround with. And then I'm going to say surround with region. I'm going to say properties, right? So again, another region to kind of group these properties. They're very helpful. If, for example, you have a large class, which sometimes I am against, this technique helps you to just, group your different lines of code together so that you can better read and manage your class. So don't forget, the principle of uniform connectedness states that grouping things together, right? Grouping things together, even though they are not similar, helps us to better understand them and helps us assume that these things which are related, which are grouped into, the same group, they are placed in the same group, they are related to one another. And it helps us to better reason about them, right, and understand them. That is all I wanted to tell you about in this video. I hope you have enjoyed watching this video. If that's the case, please make sure you subscribe to A Coder's Journey, give this video a like, share it with a friend, and also activate that notification bell so that whenever I release a new video, you can instantly watch it. Stay around. In the next video, I'm going to talk about another very important topic in clean coding. Take care and bye-bye.